Who wants to keep running? The side will put him down, but it only takes the Aegis the Immortal. VP.
Naku, lakad mo to tol!
He might even have a load assault by a pretty damn early timing.
It's really looking rough for how the Ragdoll are really comfortable on. But how do you feel about this lane? Because I'm a big fan of Terrorblade with any stun, but still a Titan Dark Willow is a pretty strong lane. Tied with anyone. This hero at this stage in Dota is an incredible place, but unless he gets brought down from the level 2 combo, as Wami will give up first blood, Dark Willow is going to look to maybe turn it back around and get some damage out, but
back to the lane to secure any amount of farm for himself. And Citrus, he's going to look to punish an early level 4 compared to Azura. Let's see if he's able to use it to its full potential.
definitely is at the moment. Just a consistent harass. Clockwork will go down up top, in fact. That's still a solo kill. We were putting some emphasis as well on the Dark Willows. Meanwhile, Citrus finds a solo on Azura. So
now he's level 6 and he's got this gigantic stack that he's looking to farm. Yif, he's going to try and position himself around the area. They even scouted out with the use of that rocket flare. Oh, Yif, how much of it can you steal away? It's 2 points in the Earth Spike. It's a decent amount of damage.
Even Clock is coming over too. All the supports at the moment, but he's going to have to go into Azura's relatively strong resources after the mana. And health was picked back up. Storm's tracking all the way back to base, so they're soaking this big camp with 3 heroes on Radiant and 2 on Ragdoll. So, you know, this is still probably mission accomplished if you would say so for the boys on Dire.
Yeah, very happy with it. I mean, it just means that GY is free to farm.
If they dive Wami too aggressively, and then he can turn it with Ravage and TPs, but
Not just
without
Ravage.
that.
Ravage, TPs, and Terrorize. So you've got a long time to be able to lock people in position, especially someone that's inherently a little bit squishier, like the Queen of Pain.
Man, GY's going for this. Oh, this guy's got no cares in the world. I mean, the main thing is you push Storm all the way back. You stop him from farming top. He now has to walk all the way back to the fountain. And the Radiant cores, they've got heroes up in their face, contested with their farm. It's completely different.
Look at Yif's positioning as well. He's in there just to make sure that there's no easy kill. I mean, look at that.
No easy kill.
Double stun.
Without a doubt, they're going to bring DB over too. Yif will finally fall, but what is the price you got to pay for it? A potential death on Wami mid as she's still got DB nearby. They'll force to use more of a defensive Ravage as tied with that tank ability in the hood. It's not enough to get him out to safety. They even sundered down DB with the help of Citrus, blowing up the Spectre. A 2-for-2 trade across the map.
Address the Terrorblade next time around, rather than just pick what's good for you.
Wami as well, leading the charge straight into menu ping. He's got some heroes in the back line. They're going to look to try and kite the Timber as best as possible with the Ravage dropped as well. This is the opening here as they can blow up Citrus. They'll look to Yif as well. The lack of control, a weakness for the side of Ragdoll in this team fight as they'll all chase down menu ping. Clockwork. Oh, okay.
Surprised if it doesn't just go straight BKB as his next item here. Even just looking to get aggressive again.
Citrus, gotta be cautious because Ravage is back up as Wami, a beautiful ultimate onto multiple heroes, but VT faded. He puts his body on the line to sunder the teammate. Now they'll turn it back around. They've wasted the ultimates and that's their demise. A 1-for-1 trade at the start, but GY now has a free fight as he's looking to clean up. Breeze actually escapes too, okay?
Ping just looking to play around
look at
Citrus,
this.
at least until he's got the BKB.
Smoke on smoke. GY will
got
break
the
it. They get the jump. Yimp instantly looking to try and blow up one of the supports, but the Ravage will protect. As now Timber's the target. They'll look to bring him down, surrounding GY. But the assistants have shown up as menu ping swings on the backline. Finds a hook shot, locking Varese, now setting up a free fight for the cause as Army Genius haven't been able to blow anyone up with their ultimates. That's been a key component to the last couple of victories throughout these skirmishes. 3 smokes for Ragdoll in the past 3, maybe 4 minutes, so looking at continue putting the pressure on. They found the real Spectre. They're instantly going to look to blow him up. No messing around for Ragdoll. A huge start for the fight. Now they're on top of Wami as well, limiting his ability to find the perfect Ravage. Just looking to split up Army Geniuses as best as they possibly can. Wami cycloned up in the air. He'll use it now at the last second. They're going to look to buy back and turn it around. DB getting back in the fight. It's a triple for GY. And Messi wanted that. But now with the heroes overwhelming, they're going to push him down to the southern side as GY just got too much damage in the tank. An ultra for your Timber. Is now DB, can he TP out? He can. A heavy commitment though, buying back and almost giving a rampage over.
The late game, but a 17k net worth lead in favor of Ragdoll.
He's going to look to try and blow up the line, so both supports not available for the team fight. Menu Ping feels the importance of being able to rejoin with the buyback. They're on the Spectre and they'll blow him up. No DB. They're also locking on top of Ares too as the Bane stuck inside the mouth of the pit as Ragdoll trade a 2 for 2, but I mean that's the dieback on your Spectre and that.
Fourth right now on the MMR leaderboards, clearly showing why.
Oh, DB. He's gonna have to use the Haunt defensively, but I mean, how do you get out of this? You're almost succumbing yourself to death as Menu Ping's gonna catch him out by the hard camp. Ooh, yeah, you're right. I mean, they would have been able to scout this out. They'd have the awareness. Gonna try and find a little nook, but it's not deep enough as Citrus Menu Ping surround the Spectre. The position one gone. Meanwhile, I mean, they almost lose Azura somehow. Soloed to who was that? Maybe VT Faded? A ditched one at that. Looking for the opener. Maybe the supports Azura. That's the weakness. Maybe the targets at a less health pool. One is going to fall up as well, but the BKB is soon to expire from Azura. But they've killed off the line, so a lot of the control now lacking. As they'll turn it back around, though. VT Fade is at a free team fight, a free game, as the boys on Ragdoll secure game 1 in our opener.
Another great Sunder as well, just to make sure he's protecting Citrus. That extra layer of gap close. Plus, this is the hill I'm gonna die on. It is a good matchup against the Storm Spirit. It never seems to work out. Is the salve actually looking to come through?
Oh, Wami.
They need to
sees a window. They also have to block Lim for the potential roll. He's gonna try and wait for kick, but they've waited too long. First blood occurs up top and Varese as well. It's gonna be chased down. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. That's a nice play. Cute nightmare from Varese. We'll be able to heal back up to a respectable amount with the self, so Varese should keep his life, but all things considering, you still find first blood. Lim's gonna take a bit of a beating down bottom as well. If Menu Ping can get in a position to block the roll.
And again, it's just about bullying away Wami as much as possible. We've seen him put together a number of good games as this tied, but I just don't feel like I feel like Ragdoll kind of saw it coming, right? And look at this, like even with the amount that they've been able to push him away, they're just trying to secure the kill on him.
Drow's is really coming up for this kill. This is a heavy commitment on Wami.
Cogs is only 3 mana away.
Grab it up in short succession as again, is Wami laughing right now? He's pulled them completely away from the wave as top lane. Breeze killed under the tower. They're going to look to trade on Yif, but DB's unlucky. And
I think you're very happy just as the clockwork to keep him completely zoned out there with the battery assault, preventing any kind of TP back to safety or back to the farm in the lane.
Mid lane, Zera's looking to go toe-to-toe here. They got the extra help with the supports, even Yif as well. Looking to sweep on over from the top side just in case a further skirmish breaks out, so...
Zera's just going to look to use the bounty rune exclusively. I mean, at least he's got 2 in his own triangle to be able to play with.
Bottom lane. Menu Ping's actually going to get rolled on here from Lim, but still they don't have the greatest damage at the moment, and in fact it's VT Faded that's outputting all the damage with the marksmanship procs. Zera's going to feel the importance to try and shut down Drow.
There's the mana.
But there's no mana once again as Menu Ping with his cogs just continuously being a nuisance here. And now it sets up for Citrus to get involved as well. I mean, silver linings is that Army Geniuses get their first kill of the game, but what's the price to pay here? Azura falling further and further back to their own territory. Lim's back up. He's going to try and look to roll in, disrupting Citrus. Even DB wanting to show up to the party as well, but they've killed off the Ember as if a bug in the night. I mean, they'll trade the position twos. GY's going to look to try and drop the ultimate. He just mirrors the movement of his own core in the top lane, coming down, using the first arena.
During the past few months that we've been casting their games.
No mid lane, GY.
Really changing.
He's actually going to try and bring down Wommy. Still only level 6 on the Tide. So not too many points in the Kraken shell to offer some protection. Now Azura's the next target as well. He's got the Flame Guard for some magic absorption. Jesus Christ, that was close.
Yeah, has to go all the way back towards the bottom side of the map. I mean, it's on the Earth Spirit, right? Just to make sure that you don't have that instant response coming through with the Storm Spirit or the Mars. They don't have BKBs yet, right? So I feel like enabling it as much as possible.
It's going to look to reveal the blink, but the rest of the Army Geniuses once again playing around with Ares, so they'll turn. Beautiful use of the Fiend's Grip, locking the Weaver simultaneously. The rest of the Army Geniuses will focus down the core. Radiant, they're not as cooldown dependent, so they can look to make a play.
Dire's middle tower.
They also know the Tide TP'd out, but Dire, this is such an important tower. They're going to look to keep it alive for as long as possible. But instantly, GY, he finds a catch on top of the Ember Spirit of Ares. Even better positioning. A nightmare to keep him alive. They're going to look to attempt to deal with the storm. The damage is there. DB flies over the top. A 2-for-1 trade. They're on top of VT faded. A successful tower defense as Army Geniuses. They've come to play in this game too.
In Army Genius's favor. So they, like this, like you said, they are playing around these BKB timings. And I feel like they
maybe
feel
down
like
bottom's in trouble. Atos to set up for Citrus to get involved here. Silence. And he'll tick out afterwards. Simultaneously inside the river. Army Geniuses with the 2 heroes showing bot. They're going to try and use this to their advantage. But Azura popping the BKB just to get the kill on the Clockwork and out the safety. Can this open up Roche? You got 4 points bugs.
It needs to actually result in something. So the next smoke that we see come out, I don't want to see it just to kill a hero. It needs to be kill a hero plus an objective.
Well, it's going to be kill Weaver up top at the moment, which they should be able to do so with just 2 of the heroes. Simultaneously in the river, a further fight's breaking out on Wommy, who used the Ravage just before he dies, but you see the caution on Azura. With the BKB on cooldown, he's not heavily committing just blindly into that high ground. But now, with the extra reinforcements showing up, VT faded. It still has the BKB, a potential with a TP, but TP just a little bit too late. Chrono only clipping the Clockwork, but still, they can probably go back to Roche, who don't have the Tide minus armor.
Right, and you're laughing because obviously Drow dies. That would only be her second death.
Oh no,
of the
Ragdoll. Don't run up the high ground without GY. Citrus will start. The Bane is not the best target to be in that position. I love the move. I think honestly you just need one pickoff and head into Roche. They're going to look for a second though. Citrus has the capability to follow up from Global. You can get involved here. You got to get the... Okay, that should be enough damage. But that's beautiful. You have to get a big fight with your ultimates committed. They're going to lose Wommy as well. He just blinks in the river. And when he's got Azura coming over, DB's off to the eastern side too. Even though Wommy's protected with a Ghost Scepter for some time, the marksmanship does so much damage without the extra armor.
This is a big ask to get
now
2
Void,
people.
I mean, you don't want to use BKB defensively, but he's forced to. And just everything not going well over here for Army Geniuses through the past couple of sequences. Much of a fan I am that Army Geniuses aren't playing around their wards down bottom. They've still got one on the higher ground where GY super disconnect from the team, but in fact VT Flame is going to blink aggressively. Where's the Weaver? The time lapse needs to be perfect. He's not fast enough. Lim with the Silent to prevent them from keeping the Drow alive. And now this is all Army Geniuses as they're going to push Ragdoll further and further back. But Citrus is out of mana. They'll lose the Storm Spirit as well as another fight where the supports can set them up for victory.
Oh, nice little time walk there. Actually, will it be enough? Even with the use of the Shikuchi as well, I wonder if that extra damage coming through from the time dilation will end up taking him out. Oh.
It's on. Actually, hold that. Army Geniuses looking to smoke themselves as GY. Great positioning. He doesn't know they're there. Okay, blinks out. Rabbit's dropped. They've only clipped the Clockwork at the moment. So the Ravage force for nothing, DB. He's trying to find the angle for the Chronosphere. He'll get it onto 3 heroes, but the damage, it's not there as VT Faded still on the outskirts. A gush to push them back, and DB's got to retreat now with all the ultimates on cooldown. This could be the advantage that Ragdoll are looking for, but still they're being overwhelmed. VT Faded can start to dish out the damage freely. He's going to blink up once again aggressively. He'll rip apart the Bane. No protection in the arm, and now Citrus too. He's teetering on the edge of life and death as Tide is trying to do it all on his lonesome self, but now the rest of Ragdoll can look to get involved and win out in this skirmish, which will end up being a 4-for-1 trade.
Arena of Blood grants a little bit of regen as the level 25 talent instead of the God's Rebuke crit. He just wants to stand himself on the front lines.
Zura is going to look to start. I know VT Faded's a pretty hard objective to bring down at the moment, but a beautiful arena places Wummy in a compromised position where he can't get on top of VT Faded. So a free pick off. They'll claim it with the Earth Spirit. They're looking for more as well. If they can blow up the Tidehunter before the Ravage with the Kraken Shell coming into play, it's not going to matter. A Ravage completely wasted, and he doesn't have a buyback, and Radiant will continue to stick their ground. They need a way to deal with Varese, and there it goes instantaneously as Ziff on point. A time lapse out to safety, but not with the buybacks. They're looking to get involved once again from DB, but they still got to be cautious. The Aegis advantage as VT Faded. She just turned Dire's territory into their own. Chrono, really the only ultimate left for the instant hexes. Citrus putting so much work in this game. They can continue to beat them down as DB. He'll time walk to safety, but their hopes and dreams of turning this game back around will end. Oh, DB's... Oh, he goes back in! DB? Okay, maybe he's baiting. Azuri is going to join him as well. We deal with the Aegis. Citrus is falling low on mana too. And VT Faded has been a one-man wrecking ball so far these fights. And that's going to continue on.
Them away from him. He's able to sit back on these backlines and see. Just look at GY's positioning.
Megas.
He's not worried about dying. He's just like, all right, I'm a level 25 Mars. I've got that extra regen coming through from the Arena of Blood. I've got the Cloak of Flames. I've got the Black King bar. I just deal damage passively.
Ravage from Wummy, not enough for Citrus and both GY. Beautiful timing in their BKBs. He's going to buy back at least. The rest of the heroes are going to respawn shortly. VT Faded's going to try and not give them the opportunity. They'll refresh a pop. Controls on point. A die back for DB and... I mean, Ragdoll, they are such a threat here in this season. I know it's only the first series, but this open qualifier team just steamrolled through the first qualifiers, and they looked incredibly strong in their opening series as well.
Absolutely.